you. Thank you. All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. For Christ's sake. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm running out of ways to say thank you. For Christ's sake. How's it going? Excellent. Was in a shitty mood today, man. I was watching TV. You ever been in like such a bad mood that even when you're watching bad shit happening to people, you're like, you know what? Good. You know, I'm glad your life sucks. Makes me feel better about my own. No, you know what I was doing? I was watching this, you know those Fabulous Lives? I was watching the Fabulous Life of the Olsen twins, you know? They're like 18 years old. They're like zillionaires. We got a great apartment. It's making me feel like a loser. Then halfway through it, I find out one of them's anorexic. I was like, you know what? All right. That makes me feel better. You know, I'm glad she's not eating. Hope you pass out, whack your head off your golden sink. Just to add to my day. You know, I don't get how the other Olsen twin only weighs half a pound more, but she's fucking fine. No, they're so starving, they're weak. That's why whenever they take a picture of them, you ever notice they gotta like fucking lean them up against each other? So like they don't tip over, like they're like still trying to look sexy. They're not sexy, they look like aliens. They are, man. You can't weigh 42 pounds and have your eyeballs be 28 of that weight and not look like you're from outer space. Like, when I look at them, I think if E.T. was going to have a threesome, those are the two bitches he'd hook up with. He would. He'd get that glowing finger going. Hey, man, I'm fucking 36. I'm not married, you know? I'm at that age where everybody I know is getting married. You know, let me ask you a question. Why the hell do people keep getting married? You know, isn't anybody looking at the stats? I mean, what's it like? 1 out of 2 marriages goes right down the shitter? People, if you were going skydiving and they told you half the parachutes weren't gonna open, you'd be like, yo, fuck that, I'm not going. Yeah. No, it's like, I don't like those odds. I get a 50% chance of splatting on the ground. I'm not doing it, right? But there's something about getting married. People just have to do it. They're just like, is this the line to lose half my shit? Awesome. This is gonna be great. I can't wait to lose my car, my money. Oh, look, the line's moving. One step closer to my own personal hell. No, I don't think I could ever get married, man. Married dudes freak me out. Anytime you ask a married guy, what's it like being married, they always tell you it's good, but they always have a look on their face like they have like an appendicitis. You ever notice that? You're like, dude, what's it like being married? Like, you know, it's good. It's good. It's, No, it's good. It's enjoyable, you know. It's a lot of work, but, you know, I think when you meet that special someone, there's a connection, and I can't feel my legs. Let me just lean over here. You know, a woman completes a man, and some other metaphor. No, you know what freaks me out too, really? When you go to a man's house, there's nothing in there, a married guy's house. When you walk in there, there's nothing in there that even suggests a man even lives there. It's all potpourri and throw pillows, that stupid canopy, we live in a dollhouse bullshit over the bed. Where does all the guy's stuff go? They just throw it out, they just walk into your apartment. Oh my God, look at all your stuff. All your stuff is stupid. Look at all this stupid stuff. Wow, guys buy really stupid stuff. Hey, you want to go to the candle store? Let's go to the candle store. Wouldn't that be awesome? I've been dragged into that nightmare for like an hour and a half, 90 minutes just sitting there. This smells like a pumpkin. Doesn't that smell like a pumpkin? That sounds like a Christmas tree. Wouldn't that be great? Smell like Christmas. No, you know what it is? I didn't have like a really good model necessarily, like growing up. Like watching my parents, they always used to argue and shit, you know? Like I was afraid of my dad when I was growing up, you know? Anybody have a dad like that? You're just afraid of him? You know, not like those sitcom dads. They come home, the kids are like hugging their legs. My dad pulled in the driveway. Me and my brothers freaked like, fucking Dad's home. Shut off the TV. Try to hide. Dude, if I stand like this, do I look like a lamp? He won't see me, right? Can I just fucking chill out here? He wasn't understanding. When you fucked up, he told you. He didn't sit down, well, we're gonna work it out. We'll just, I still love you. He looked, what the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. Weren't you even paying attention? Oh, bullshit. Christ, you're just like your mother. You're fucking out to lunch. That was my dad. No matter what he was bitching about, somehow he would make it about my mother. It would have nothing to do with her. He could somehow find a connection and spin it back. He'd have said, was it raining out? Oh, for Christ's sake, I don't need this shit. Christ, it's the same goddamn thing with your mother. That woman is a fucking cloud hanging over my life. Anytime you got an idea, Christ, she shits all over it. No, he was hilarious. He used to work all the time, so he didn't really have like any friends or anything. So he used to talk to me when I was 8 years old like I was a fucking bartender. Just dumping all his shit on me. Like playing in the sandbox, he'd be coming up there. I tell you right now, I don't know what the fuck I ever got married for. I'll tell you, man, I'm gonna get the fuck out. I swear to God, one of these days, when I get in the car, I'm gonna fucking drive out of here. Your mother's a bitch, Billy. Do you realize that? The woman is a fucking bitch. Is that too real for you guys? You fucking know what I'm talking about. I will get married, I was making that. I'll definitely get married someday, I love women and everything. I'm just finding I'm not, like, compatible with them. You know what I mean? You ever just feel that? Like, women have, like, too much energy for me. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have a day off when you have a girlfriend. You ever notice that? It's almost like they see that open day. They're like, oh, my God, let's go fill it up with shit. No, then they just come at you with one horrible idea after another. Horrible ideas. Like, you want to make some sandwiches and go to the park? You want to go to the Container store, get some containers for your T-shirts? This is the worst one. You ever get this one? You want to go to brunch? You want to go to brunch on Sunday? And inside you're like, fucking no! But you can't say that, right? You gotta keep them happy. So what do? You agree. Like, yeah, let's go to brunch. What a great idea. Why would you want to sleep in on a Sunday when you can go pay $18 for eggs? Now you're thinking. Then we can sit around and listen to your friends have moronic conversations about the eggs. Like, is that pesto? Is that pesto in your omelet? Oh, it's asparagus. It's asparagus. I thought it was pesto. Oh, you just want to flip the whole fucking table over? Horrendous. I'm trying to learn to pick my battles when I date girls. I usually argue with women all the time, man. I'm stupid like that, Like, I dated this girl one time. She was, like, really into, like, women's issues. So we used to always have these dumbass arguments. So one time she came up to me and she goes, okay, explain this to me, Bill. Why does a guy make more an hour to do the exact same job, huh? I go, I'll tell you why. Because in the unlikely event that we're both on a Titanic and it starts to sink, for some fucked up reason, you get to leave with the kids and I have to stay. Yeah, that's why I get the $1 more an hour. No, think about it. If there's a house fire, it's always women and children first. I got to stand there with, like, the back of my shirt on fire going, let's go, people, let's go, let's go. So that's how I look at it. No, it's $1 an hour surcharge. That if something fucked up happens, either I can't leave or I got to, like, get in the way of it to give you a head start, like, rabid dog, run, honey, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You hear a bump in the night, I got to go check it out, like, yes, he does have a knife. Anytime there's a hostage situation, who do they negotiate for first? Well, at least let the women and children go. Well, what about me? Bullets hurt me too. Why the fuck do I gotta stay in the vault? No, that's my point, man. Where are all the feminists in those situations? You know what I mean? You can't find them. There are no feminists in a house fire. That's a guarantee. You could take the most hardcore feminist, some chick right in your face, like, you chauvinistic son of a bitch, little short, little haircut, the whole 9 yards, right? Second those flames break out, she's gonna twist those little hairs into pigtails. Oh, I'm just a girl. I wanna go play jump rope. And leave you standing in a burning house like you're not flammable. You know, but I'm not a dick, though. I'm not saying I think a woman should make $1 less an hour to do the same job. All I'm saying is if you're gonna make what I make when the boat sinks, you better be standing right there next to me, listen to that guy play the cello. Then you get the corner office.
It was the night of the company holiday party. My wife, Vanessa, had been distant for months, cold in the bedroom and dismissive during private moments. When I tried to initiate intimacy that evening, she shut me down without hesitation, rolling her eyes and saying she was tired and not in the mood. That hurt. But more than the rejection, it was her casual disrespect that burned. I didn't react with anger. I didn't plead or sulk. Instead, I decided the night would belong to me, not her. When the party started, Vanessa immediately expected me to fall in line, to stay close to her the way I always had. But this time, I had no intention of playing my usual role. I calmly scanned the room, waiting for someone who would return interest, someone who wouldn't dismiss me with indifference. That's when I noticed her female boss, Claire, standing alone near the drinks table. Claire had always been quietly observant at work, never part of gossip or drama, yet she carried an air of subtle authority. That night, she looked elegant, understated, and alone, clearly overlooked. I walked over, offered a polite smile, and introduced myself. Her expression brightened with genuine interest, and she laughed at something I said. I asked if she'd like to dance, and for the first time in months, I felt a spark of excitement. Someone responding to my presence, someone offering attention where it was earned. Vanessa noticed instantly. Her eyebrows lifted, her face stiffened, and she realized I wasn't moving toward her. The room seemed to shift in that instant. Soft gasps, hushed whispers. People noticed. Not the familiar sight of me trailing behind Vanessa, but me choosing someone else, someone confident and unattached, leaving my wife shocked and suddenly uncertain of her control. I led Claire to the dance floor. As the music played, we moved together, relaxed, playful, and fully engaged. Vanessa tried to interrupt, stepping closer, tugging at my sleeve, whispering something I couldn't hear. I ignored her entirely. The reaction around us was immediate. Colleagues paused, eyes widening, mouths slightly open. They had never seen me like this, self-assured, independent, commanding attention on my own. Vanessa's jaw tightened, her face flushed, caught between anger and humiliation. Her boss, the woman she admired for confidence and authority, was now dancing with her husband, enjoying the attention Vanessa had denied him for months. The whispers grew louder. A few coworkers discreetly recorded the moment. In Vanessa's eyes, emotions collided. Jealousy, regret, disbelief. And as I calmly enjoyed the dance, I realized the balance of power had shifted with one quiet decision. The song changed, but I stayed close to Claire, laughing and engaging, responding naturally to her smiles and gestures. Vanessa tried again to pull me aside, but I kept a courteous distance, never hostile, never disrespectful, yet clearly present with someone else. The tension was unmistakable, a drama unfolding without words. Guests who once assumed Vanessa's dominance in my life were now witnessing a complete reversal. Claire's laughter carried across the room, confident and sincere, drawing even more attention. Vanessa's usual smugness disappeared, replaced by embarrassment and unease. She began to understand that her refusal had consequences beyond the bedroom. Public consequences visible to everyone. Every glance from her colleagues, every whisper, every stunned expression reinforced the message. Denying respect and attention came at a cost. And tonight the stage was no longer hers to command. Vanessa finally tried a more forceful approach. She stepped onto the dance floor, partially blocking Claire, her voice sharp as she said, "Stop. That's enough." I smiled calmly, but didn't move. Claire matched my composure, gently stepping aside without missing a beat. The energy shifted again. This was no longer just marital tension, but quiet admiration for a man who refused to be controlled. Vanessa's colleagues watched closely, some whispering, others shaking their heads. The humiliation was subtle, yet undeniable. By refusing to submit to her usual control and choosing to engage with someone confident and appreciative, I had completely rewritten the narrative. Vanessa could no longer rely on automatic obedience. Every expectation she had, every assumption of authority dissolved within minutes. The lesson was silent and impossible to argue. Respect is earned and rejection carries consequences. Within the first hour, Claire and I had danced several songs, laughing, talking, and connecting with ease. Vanessa faded into the background, her anger simmering, her charm ineffective in this new reality. A few coworkers openly remarked on the chemistry they saw. Quiet nods, knowing glances, soft whispers. Vanessa's face paled as her confidence eroded. She tried again to intercept me at the bar, offering what sounded like an apology or excuse, but I calmly stepped away. Claire's smile never faltered. She clearly recognized the silent shift in power. Vanessa finally understood that she had underestimated me, that my decision to disengage from her manipulation and offer attention where it was valued had overturned everything she assumed. The tables had turned. The night was no longer about her control. It was about accountability and awareness. And Vanessa was learning that lesson the hard way. During the final dance, I noticed her standing still, watching. Her friends whispered among themselves, glancing at her in disbelief. The woman who believed she could command my attention through refusal now had none. Claire's presence reinforced the message. Confidence, self-respect, and calm decisiveness always earn admiration, while manipulation and neglect inevitably fail. Vanessa eventually approached me in private, her voice unsteady. "I didn't mean," she began. I gently placed a hand on her shoulder, but didn't argue. The public moment had already said everything. She understood without explanation. For months, she had ignored my needs, dismissed my feelings, and assumed she controlled the story. That night, the truth was visible to everyone. My choice, my restraint, my refusal to be manipulated accomplished what words never could. It shifted power, demanded accountability, and forced her to face the weight of her actions. As the party ended, Claire thanked me for the dances, smiling warmly. I returned her smile, feeling a quiet, composed sense of satisfaction. Vanessa left shortly after, silent, humbled, and fully aware that her arrogance and manipulation had been exposed. The coworkers who witnessed it would remember the scene for a long time. The husband who refused to be controlled, who calmly redirected his attention where it was deserved, and the wife who realized her assumptions about dominance and entitlement were wrong. I didn't shout. I didn't confront her publicly. I simply chose differently, stood firm, and let her pride teach the lesson. That night changed everything in our marriage. Vanessa understood she could no longer assume compliance or control. I had shown quietly but unmistakably that respect, attention, and power in a relationship must be earned, and that rejecting me carried consequences even the boldest arrogance could not ignore.